everyone, and welcome to Selfies of the Future. I'm so excited you're here because we are going to save you literally thousands of dollars, and you are never going to have a bad hair day ever again. Like, my hair was way fluffier when I started. It looked way better. Just trust me on this one. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with AI Selfies 101. All right, here is the plan. It is a free 3-day course. So day one today, we're going to talk about the 16 game-changing benefits. I know, it's a weird number. I was going to do 10, but I couldn't stop, and I thought of 16, so we're just going to go with it. Top 3 AI selfie design mistakes tomorrow, which really I thought of like 5. And then day 3, we're going to talk about my top 7 AI tools for creating AI selfies that you could just start going out and making selfies right now, because I promise that you could do that without having to buy the Glow Up course. But I hope you do, because it's really fun and it's amazing. And every photo that you see in here, I made using the Glow Up technique. So we're going to talk about that at the end. All right. So there is a free workbook for you that goes along with the course. It is Workbook for AI Selfies. Make sure to download it. It should be below me. I want to say below me. It's always a YouTube video. If you are in this course, it's in Podia. It's right beneath me. There's a link to it. If you have never met me, my name is Lisa, and I have started a company called Pretty Fabulous, which is really just me teaching people how to make planners and card decks and notebooks. And really, I just started doing AI to start creating my own stock photos, and I just wanted to get a scene of me like with a mermaid or as Tinkerbell or something cute like that for this branding for a sales page I was doing. And I started just exploring AI tools. And that's why we're here now. I just couldn't stop. Like, I had so much stuff to do for like my day job and this and for my writing, and I just didn't do it because I was like obsessed with playing with AI tools. I am also an author. I write cozy mysteries, and that is my little kitty cat, Lucky. He's a cute little Abyssinian kitty. This is an AI photo. He would not pose for me. There is a photo where he's posing for me, but he's like pushing away. It looks like he doesn't love me. I swear my cat does like me. And so anyways, AI to the rescue. But he is the star of all of my books, and this is Lucky on the cover of all of my cozy mysteries. If you've never heard of cozy mysteries, they're kind of like, you know, Murder, She Wrote or Agatha Christie, just very, you know, fun and very G-rated. No curse words, sex, anything like that. Anyways, let's get into our list. So number 1, make sure to write this down. You got spots to write 16 things down, is beautiful branding. So I used to have, and I know I'm so embarrassed to admit this, my brand color was rose gold. It was 2017, and I promise you, everybody was using rose gold. It was like, if you were in business, I still have a, my water bottles in rose gold. I have so many accessories in rose gold because I had decorated my YouTube background with rose gold, but you can see now I have changed it all over to purple. And so when I wanted to change my branding as well, my colors, you know, my clothes, my accessories, all of the places I had scoped out to do photos, those were all rose gold and pink. And so having to switch over to purple was going to be very expensive, and another photo shoot was going to cost a lot of money. So my photographer, the first one was $3,500, and that was like in 2015. And then the next one was $4,000. And the latest one, I did like a really quick, like 2-hour mini shoot, and that was $2,500. So they are not cheap, including, you know, the venue. There's like so much. You don't even, if you've never done a photo shoot, or if you have, you know how much money and time it takes to look for the perfect outfits and the shoes and the accessories, and then scope out locations. And then maybe you want to hold, there's one scene where I'm holding a bunch of balloons, but they have to be helium balloons, so we have to fill them up that more. It is like a lot of work. So anyways, the other thing too is that you can get unique branding. So like I said, I really wanted a mermaid shot, and there's no way I could have gotten this like in the water with the light coming down at just the right angle, a chest full of purple jewels, and my hair perfectly blown out. But with AI, I was able to get this. And also there's a lot of ways. If you look at videos like how to, swap faces, Photoshop was able to do this like in the beginning, like 25, 30 years ago. However, it takes a lot of work to Frankenstein, body parts onto other people. And that's mostly why cover designers on book covers make so much money, is because that's basically like 90% of what they do on book covers. Oh, and for my cozy mystery stuff, I really wanted to have the ability to kind of show myself in this cute little like 1920s pulp fiction noir. And I was able to do that without having to buy the antique typewriter or scope out this amazing like space with all of this PI looking desk setup. Also, another sales page example, you could put yourself in outer space just for fun. And even if you tried using a green screen, it's kind of hard to get some of these poses. And so with AI, it's just that much easier. Number 3 is you can ditch your photographer. Like I said, so this photo at the top left, which I think is actually pretty terrible of me, was 2,500. And in my defense, I'm going to go ahead and say it was 95 degrees out that day, or 92. And Molly and I were lugging a bunch of stuff all over La Jolla because we wanted outdoor photos, and we were super sweaty at this point and just kind of miserable. And for sure, my hair had fallen so much from what it looked like originally when we started out the morning. Plus we waited, like my makeup took an hour and a half. Hers took another hour. So that was like a long time, as well as traveling and all of that stuff. So basically all this to say that we had paid a lot of money just to get this photo that I hated. And then these other two are set up in a coffee shop, looks very similar. And I love these photos and they cost me absolutely nothing. The number 4 is impossible venues. So if you didn't know this, there is a fake like setup of a private jet in Toronto and in LA. They have these studios. You can go there, you pay, you take these photos, you pretend like you're in there. You can use them for social media. There was, in fact, there was a famous influencer who pretended like she was taking a private jet somewhere on vacation. And then one of her followers found her sitting next to them in coach and like outed her on social media. So this way you could just have your own photos. I don't know how to fix the flying in coach and getting caught by your followers, but this will save you money anyway, because it would still cost you money unless you already live in LA or Toronto to go get these photos taken. And you could also put yourself outside of your private jet. This is probably the photo you saw when you signed up for AI Selfies 101. Number 5 is zero cost. So every time you do a photo shoot, so we did ours outside, but we really should have done a venue because one, it would have been air conditioned, but they were just so expensive. And so that's why we didn't do it. So like this is a beautiful house here, $285 an hour. This house below, also gorgeous, $600 an hour. I mean, these are more than it costs you to stay in a hotel or an Airbnb. And here I was able to get photos of myself with AI that looked just like that white building that was $285 an hour. So you're going to save a lot of money, plus just searching and looking for the perfect place. Number 6 is zero travel time. So this photo you see on the very bottom was of the view outside of the room of the Mandarin Oriental, which is a beautiful hotel in New York City, right on Columbus Circle. And I had been there before, and I knew for afternoon tea, they had a beautiful setup and you could see New York in the background in Central Park. And I asked them if I could take photos there, and they said no. So even if I had flown all the way to New York to get my photos taken, hired a photographer, they weren't going to let me do it. However, here, not only was I able to get the exact look and feel as you see in the bottom picture, but I was able to add purple velvet chairs, which they don't have there at the Mandarin Oriental, and that matches my branding. Number 7, stock photos are so out. So if you're doing any sort of ads, or really not even like paid ads, but just regular posts, social media knows, like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you've seen this picture. I know I've seen it a million times on other people's presentations or their ads or something else, and it's a stock photo, and I know it, Instagram knows it, Facebook knows it, TikTok knows it. So This is a great way for you, and plus you had to pay for it. You can make your own stock photos like this, and it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't look generic. It looks very unique. And on top of that, the latte art is always perfect. So that shot that we had before that I paid 2,500 for, we had to like time it just right, set everything up, and then we told the guy at the counter, the barista, please bring it over as quickly as possible so we can get this shot, because you know it melts. Number 8, you are instantly beautiful. So I have a lot of, I'm sure you can see them, sunspots. I'm 50 years old and I grew up in the 80s and I didn't wear anything except baby oil and then, you know, the tin foil underneath because, you know, just in case I didn't get enough skin cancer on my neck or my chin, I just wanted to make sure I maximized all of the damage I could do to my skin. And so, you know, I've tried, I've had my skin lasered 4 times by like the top people in New York. The sunspots still come back. So sometimes there are just things that you can't do. Like I know you want to get, a lot of people are doing lip filler, Botox, all of these things, and I get it. We all just want to look our best, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And so you could skip all of that, and your prep time could be 0, and everything will always look great. Number 9 is no props needed. So part of the problem too, when Molly and I were walking around for that photo shoot, is it was summer, it was like 90 some degrees, and we had a lot of props that we wanted to put around us, like our iPad and our laptop and, you know, cute little gift baskets, and those are heavy, and we were like sweating right already, and then add to that all the stuff we had to carry, and you have to carry your own clothes for wardrobe changes and your shoes. Anyways, you don't have to do any of that or buy any of those things ahead of time or set those up. In fact, I shouldn't say no props. You can have any props you want. Like here, I stuck myself in a stationery store that I thought would be pretty. There's a candle, there's some flowers, there's beautiful matching, all purple, by the way, and the pens. And I didn't have to spend any time gathering it, carrying it, setting it up, or trying to source it or find it. Number 10 is vision board manifesting. So I am not a really touchy-feely person, but I totally get how vision boards can help, you know, accelerate your dreams or get you to where you want to be faster. And if you can just go ahead and put yourself into wherever you want to be, it's the clothes you want to be, next to that expensive car or house that you want, or in a new hairstyle that if you're trying to grow your hair out or you're trying to imagine different things, you can do it like instantly. And I think the manifesting just becomes that much easier because you literally see yourself in the photo instead of having to get photos of other people. Number 11 is weather independent. I won't complain about the heat anymore, but sometimes, so all of my friends are obsessed with getting the perfect fall leaves. I don't know why. I think it's a Southern California thing, but they love the crunch of the leaves, seeing the yellow, the orange, and the red, you know, beautifully displayed out in the forest or a park that they can walk through. And it's really hard to time, like, when should we buy tickets? How do we, you know, get there to the right location? And so a lot of these things, not just heat, but sometimes snow too. Maybe you want a perfect, like, wonderful snow scene and it's just not snowing. And you can't make a snowman without snow. And so all of these things don't matter because you're not going to have to worry about the weather. You can just make it yourself. You can also future-proof yourself. I truly think that everybody is going to have the ability to make AI photos. And if you don't know how, you will be the only one that doesn't know. So I think being able to utilize AI just in general is going to become a basic skill, and being able to just put yourself in the scenes that you want is a really great skill to have, especially if you are an online content creator. Number 13, you're Insta Thin. So I've been struggling with my weight forever. And as I get older, now that I'm 50, it's even harder. And I work out every day. I could probably work out more. I could definitely eat better, right? There's like so many things that I could be doing better, but I have to run a business and I have like 1,000 other things that I need to do. And oh, by the way, I have an apple body. So even at my thinnest, like my whole life, I never had a waist. The most I could hope for is that my waist just didn't go out, like it just went straight up and down, but I never like had that hourglass figure. And so with this, you were always bikini ready. So I'm sure if you've ever had a big event or some photos that you knew you were getting taken, you tried to like thin it down or diet down for those, and now you don't have to. And you're also a little taller. I'm 5'3¾". I say 5'4" just to like round it up. But when you're short, things just are tough, and you always want people to take like a downward angle of you to kind of elongate you and like help you look just a little sleeker and have better lines. And you never have to do that now, and you don't even have to wear heels. And number 15, you can have dangerous pets as your friend. Just like I had Lucky with me, looking like he loves me and likes being held, you can have a snow leopard as your hiking buddy, and the danger is non-existent. And number 16, a virtual wardrobe changes. So, whatever outfit you want, if it is a designer outfit, it is a fancy dress, it is shorts, a t-shirt, it doesn't matter. You can have yourself in all of these different outfits with a couple clicks and you're good to go. So you don't waste any time going to the store, trying things on, looking for something perfect. And I don't know why. I think as I've become more of a minimalist, shopping for me is not as fun and joyful as it used to be when I had 2 huge walk-in closets full of clothes. I could not stop shopping, but now there are other things I want to do with my time than go to the store. So this is a wrap on all 16 basic, I think, just benefits of doing AI selfies. So, go through the workbook. I had some other questions there. Maybe, I mean, definitely if you have thousands of dollars and tons of time to spend on a photographer, search out venues, scope out the best locations, and try to buy a bunch of props and carry them around, then you don't need AI selfies, right? This probably isn't for you if you can get photo shoots done professionally whenever you want. But for all of the rest of us, I think this is a major help. All right, I will see you tomorrow where we will be talking about the top 3 AI selfie design mistakes. All right, bye.